Welcome back to the Paradise Hotel Casino in East Peoria, Illinois for rack number 11. This semifinal matchup between Monica Webb and Kim Shaw. Rack number 10, a tough rack for both players. A lot of missed shots, a lot of nerves perhaps. But the bottom line, Monica Webb still up by 2 at 6-4 and on the hill to move on against Karen Corr, and she did not make a ball on the break, Ava.
It was a miss hit, as you can see. The result being there's a whole bunch of balls here clustered together, 2 ball being one of them all the way down here. And although Kim has an open shot at the 1 ball, I think we're going to go and see yet another safety battle here. When you start out with this, it's tough to go offensively because obviously there's no way for her to get down to that 2 ball. And she just hit there a little too much of that ball. She didn't want to leave an open shot. She wanted to get it behind those blockers, but it's still okay. As you can see there, Monica has an open shot at this 1. She can just hit a little bit on the right side of this 1 ball here, knock the 1 to one side, cue ball to the other, and leave a safety. Not bad. Not what you wanted to do, but not bad. Here, Kim can really put a good safety on.
Monica's so close to ending this match in the last rack. It's got to be playing a little bit on her nerves that she couldn't do it also. And a good safety by Kim there. And Monica Webb with racks 7, 8, and 9 to get a 3-rack lead. Kim Shaw got one back. And as Ava said before, nothing for these players to put together 3 racks, especially if the other player lets them do it. It gives them a chance to do it, I should say. It's just an interesting matchup between these 2 players. Good hit. Watch out for the cue ball. And if that rolls far enough now, Kim Shaw will have a shot on the 1.
She does, and obviously an open shot at the 1. Now the key question is, can the cue ball get by that 8? If it goes into the 8, she may get snookered on this 2 ball, but if the cue ball can go pass by the 8, she can just roll it up. Just like that for position on the 2. She did a good job there. Came a little far, but it's okay. She's got a shot at the 2. Few inches too far where she's going to be forced to let the cue ball loose instead of being able just to stop it or roll it up. But now, after making this 2, the cue ball is going to go into these balls, and she's just going to have to be real careful that she knows which part of the 6 or the 9 the cue ball is going to go into to try to attain position on the 3. No, she's not going to like that at all. Not at all. And she knew it the minute she saw the position she had on the 2. It wasn't the cut she was worried about. It was the fact that she had to let the cue ball loose and hope a little bit to be able to get position, and obviously she didn't get it.
And you got to just go ahead and hit it and then see what happens. I mean, this match has to feel like quicksand right now for especially Kim Shaw, but even Monica Webb at a certain point.
It does, and I think for whoever pulls through this and moves on with Karen, I have a feeling you're going to see a completely different player, because then at that point you say, you know what? Now I might as well just let everything loose, because I'm lucky to even be here. I played a poor match, but I pulled it through. I'm proud of myself to just getting through it, and now I can have some fun and try to beat Karen, which is part of why I was here anyway. And right now, obviously, it looks like Monica is the favorite to be that person, but there's a long way to go. Tricky rack here. Nothing's wide open. And it's 6-4, Mitch. Is still very much a game here.
Boy, it is, and this rack definitely not done.
See another safety here. Watch the cue ball. Try to get it behind that 4, but she didn't. Again, those safeties, when you have those opportunities, it's so important to hit a great safety. Not a good safety, but a great safety where you take advantage of the rack. Right now, even though Monica left an open shot for Kim, she still gave advantage of the rack to Kim by leaving her this opportunity to play a safety. Kim can shoot this with low left, bank the 3 ball, and keep the cue ball over here by the 5 and the 4. Did she get there? Yes, she did. Now that was a good safety. And now she's put Monica in the position where she has to kick at it and hope to get a little bit lucky here, Mitch. It's not an easy spot to play a safety on this 3-ball. Oh, but she did a good job. Really good job.
See,
Well,
Kim scratching her head, and she has to be scratching her head a lot at this point in this match.
and it's so tough not to be thinking about the opportunities lost earlier in the match where she made a mistake and just regrouping and pretending like it didn't happen. I know that's one of the strengths of the players that are winning right now, of Karen, of Allison, but it's very difficult to do. And look at this. This is not good. This is going to be interesting to see what
Do you think she's going to go
Monica.
for it here?
You know what? If it were me, the way things would have been
6-4.
going, I am so playing this billiard right now on the 9-ball. Can she play the 3-7 combination? Can she make the 3 balls straight in the corner? All those things will work just fine. But if it were me, I would definitely hit thin hit on this 3-ball right here with some right spin going to the rail and try to clip the 9-ball into the corner pocket. The shot is there.
I could almost use the 7 too, can't you?
The 7-ball,
9?
great point, Mitch. The 7-ball makes the pocket much bigger for the 9-ball. It does require an extremely thin hit on the 3. There's no question about that.
Well,
She's also
looking at the combination.
She is looking. Maybe it's too thin of a hit. Difficult. She knows if it's too thin of a hit. She's looking at the combination, and again, she doesn't have to hit it perfectly because the 7 is there for the 9.
Okay, this could end the match. If she makes this 9, there it is. Now watch out.
She went for it. Look out, cue ball.
That cue
Look
ball
out, cue ball.
scratches.
Look out.
Oh!
Oh, my God. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
And this match just keeps taking the most bizarre turns that we have seen in a long, long time. A fantastic shot by Monica Webb that seemed to end this match with Kim Shaw. And the cue ball kept rolling and rolling and rolling and scratched in the corner pocket, giving ball in hand to Kim Shaw. You see the 9-ball spotted back up on the table, and it is a stunned room here in East Peoria. Wow.
I'm sure no one much more stunned than Kim Shaw for being back at the table, and Monica very frustrated. She really made a good shot, but when it's that tough of a shot and that much at stake, she just lost track of the cue ball, the angle she was hitting the cue ball on. And speaking of angles on the cue ball, look at this. It's at the point where I feel bad for these players. I know how well they can play. They know how well they can play. And for her to misjudge the tangent line that badly, to scratch into the side pocket there, that's just, she is pretty much checked out of this match.
Well, I was going to say, given that all that just happened with Monica, Kim had to really just stop and calm herself down and say, okay, there's a lot going on, but I'm still in this match.
Absolutely.
Wow, huge. Huge. And I think now with 2 balls on the table, if you are Monica Webb, you want this over, and you want it over now. This starts doing irreparable damage in terms of your game.
No question.
At a certain point. See where that cue ball winds up? Is it going to stop there? Wow. And this is not over yet.
I have a hard time breathing.
This is not over
and
yet.
I'm sure Monica does too. She got too far on that. It was tough because she ended up straight in. But I tell you what, this is a real tester on this 9-ball.
You know what's interesting? I talked to Monica before the match. I said, what's been holding you back from winning? And she said, my emotions. I still let myself get too emotional during a match. And I'm trying to learn how to calm myself down. And in this case, after making a great shot, she didn't. Let's see if she can pull it together and end this now. And goes for the bank. And how's that? Watch out.
What a finish.
I was going to say, if that scratches, I think everybody's just going to go. And I think what the crowd appreciates is the fact that Monica Webb pulled herself together enough to make a great bank shot on the 9 under those circumstances. A dazed Kim Shaw has to be wondering what happened, but for now, all she can do is go home. Monica Webb moves on.
Join me in a nice round of applause. Tough loss there. The fourth place finish.